Today is Friday, September 29th, Erev, Shabbat, Erev Sukkot, and a rainy day, as I'm told, although I'm recording this on Thursday night, but the forecast calls for a rainy Friday into Friday night, with some heavy rains expected as well. So what is one supposed to do on a rainy night in Sukkot? So in general, we have a principle of mitzvah partim in a sukkah, that if someone is uncomfortable, that you're not obligated in sukkah, and if it rains so much, and if it's dripping into your food, and your food is getting ruined by it, so you can leave the sukkah. And you're otherwise mitzvah, you're patur min hasukkah, you don't have to go ahead and stay in the sukkah. On the other hand, there's a mitzvah min haTorah, to eat in the sukkah on the first night of Sukkot. So how does that change things if things aren't so lovely outside? So here we have two halachic factors involved. One is so the Rema establishes the halacha that what do you do is if it's raining outside on the first night of Sukkot, you could wait if you think that the weather will get better. You can wait some time. In fact, some actually tell you that you must wait some time. But otherwise, you go in the sukkah and in the rain, and you make Kiddush, and you make hamotzi quickly, having in mind they're going to continue your meal inside, and that's what you do. That's what you do. In a miserable kind of experience, it feels like, but that's what the Rema seems to say is the halacha. But the Vilna Gaon takes a different position, and he says that, look, when it's raining, let's say it's raining heavily, then you actually are not, when you go outside into that structure, which you call a sukkah, it's not really a sukkah. It's because the sachach, which is the primary part of the sukkah, right, is supposed to provide you some protection. It's not able to provide you any protection. The rain's pouring in on you, and so it's ois sukkah. Temporarily, it's not a sukkah. So there's nothing to be. So going out there and standing there and drinking wine and eating bread there is not the mitzvah of any kind, right? I should point out, by the way, that even according to the Rema, you don't make a bracha of leishav sukkah because of the possibilities that one shouldn't be doing that, or is not obligated in that situation. So the Vilna Gaon's position is different, and he would say that you don't go in the sukkah and make Kiddush then. Instead, you can go inside and make and have your meal inside, Kiddush and your meal inside, and that's it. Now, when it stops raining, you go out to the sukkah and you make Kiddush and hamotzi, and that's what a person should do. So even if one would follow the Vilna Gaon, which I discussed it with two poskim earlier today, and they felt that that's certainly in a heavy rain, one could follow the Vilna Gaon, the Geraz's position on here. But if one wished to, you could go out and make Kiddush and hamotzi there in the pouring rain. But anyway, again, so you could follow that opinion, or you can follow the Vilna Gaon. But if the rain is letting up, then you should go outside, even if it's dripping on you, and go out and have a kezayit of challah in the sukkah. So, and really, primarily, you should stay up until midnight to have that opportunity. But if that's not where you are, as long as you're up and the rain has let up, that's what a person should do. So I hope that clarifies a little bit about the challenge of the great bracha of rain is not always timed the way we want it. The Chazal have a description of it, which we'll leave for another time. About it's like the pouring the water. Someone comes to pour a drink for his host, and he pours it on his head, and that's kind of the experience of Sukkot. And how you understand the Gemara is actually not so simple. So it's not exactly the moment of great bracha to have rain on Sukkot night, but so it is. We will God willing have many days of Sukkot when it's lovely out, and the first night you can follow the Rema, again, which is a primary position, or you can follow the Vilna Gaon here as well, and eat indoors and go out if it stops raining, and have your challah then. Wishing you all a generally dry Sukkot and joyous Sukkot ahead.